which
Nice.
is not half bad. 46-1 halftime Super Bowl. We have a massive live stream right here. We've got Yanni on my bottom left, JJ, Bet Crushers, Rager Dutch. I think he's somewhere in my house. Schmidt, what's going on?
Yeah, massive is the move I need Dogecoin to make up for these fucking Super Bowl losses.
Yeah, have we seen that Elon Musk commercial yet? Have we seen that yet? So
I don't think that's a real thing, but I do have like updates on my phone whenever he tweets about Dogecoin, and he just hit one another 10 minutes ago. So,
so Dogecoin to the moon right now.
Watching the Super Bowl.
Dogecoin to the moon. How about Tampa Bay to the moon? 21-6. Did any of you guys have Tampa Bay in the first half?
Yes, we
Anybody?
did. Yes,
did
we
you?
did.
First quarter bet?
First half money line for first quarter and first half money line for Tampa Bay. Both hit winners for your boy Raider Dutch.
Wow. So I have been with Dutch for the past 3 hours. COVID safe, of course, but he's gotten bet after bet. We've won a lot.
For COVID reasons, are you making Dutch stay outside on the porch in a snowstorm?
Yes. He's literally watching the game in my driveway. He's literally watching the game. Yeah,
it's a little bit snowy here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I have been kicked out of the house. Yes, because I am a bit too hot to handle.
Yeah, how about that? Kicked out of the house. All right.
We need him out there. We need him out there to get these roads cleared out for work tomorrow. So. Yeah,
someone's got to do that. Let's talk about the game here. 21-6 halftime. Dutch will be plowing tonight. 21-6 at halftime. Tampa's plowing. Yanni, your overall first half thoughts? I didn't see 21-6. I thought maybe Tampa would have the lead. 21-6 though is quite big.
Well, I think obviously the slow start from Kansas City is kind of hurting. Then they got it a little bit figured out there in the second quarter. I mean, I think when we talked about it, we kind of saw the game potentially going this way, maybe not to the extent we're seeing. I mean, I'm certainly not surprised to see Tampa winning. Not surprised to see them moving the ball. Not surprised to see them slowing Kansas City down. That being said, 21-6, can't say that I saw that either. I thought it'd be a little closer than that, but I think that we know that Andy Reid, Kansas City, they're going to make some adjustments. They're going to make some plays. The question is this offense without their offensive line going to be able to do enough playing from behind to be able to make this a game and ultimately come back and win in the second half? I think that's the question. I don't know. From what we've seen, it's going to be an uphill battle for them.
We've seen the Chiefs behind before many times in the playoffs last year. We'll pull up the second half point spreads here. I'm seeing over under for the game 54.5 for the game. Tampa Bay favored by 7.5 right now. So Chiefs, someone do some quick math. I've had a couple beers here at the Super Bowl, but Chiefs are definitely favored in the second half. Oh boy, this is tough for anybody that has the over. They're sweating this out a little bit. JJ, did you ever punch in that under? Because I know that we warned it against you.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, you did. You did.
I loved seeing that last touchdown. Yeah, I got 48.5, so that stinks. I've set myself up for the reverse middle. I got the I took the plus 225 on the over 63.5. I rolled with Yanni there, and then of course in game to under 48.5. So I'm sitting in a really terrible situation there, but I'm not too worried because we're on Tampa and we're also on Tampa team total over 27 as far as kind of the pregame bets, and those are considerably bigger than the in-game bets. That's for sure.
There's so many bets that we've made that I totally forgot about the Tampa team total over 26.5, 27. Yep. So that's looking pretty damn good. Dutch, let's go to you real quick, just to get your thoughts in the first half, and you can gloat a little bit about Wager Golf, and then we'll kick it back. And for anybody waiting for Tech Money, he's going to come in around the 10-minute mark here, and he'll announce the winners of what is like $300 some or something. So, but Dutch, first half, and Brooks Koepka, yeah.
First half, it's been a profitable half. Like I said, first quarter money line for Bucks and first half money line for Bucks, which has been fantastic. But the icing on the cake of the day, one, we're in a position for more points, and I'm on that over, so that's great for me to hear. But this day is icing. This game is just it's butter for us because we hit a huge outright winner on Brooks Koepka this week. We believed in Brooksy, and he came through. 46-1 outright winner, unbelievable stuff. So as you can imagine, the first half of this game has been a bit of a blur. The second half might be a complete buzzed gone.
Yeah, hopefully you're taking off tomorrow morning. But yeah, shout out to the Wager
Looks
Ager
like we
golf
are now.
crew. Wager Ager golf crew continues to kill it for sure. Again, Tech Money will be here at about the 10-minute mark. Kansas City now an 8-point favorite in the second half. Schmidt, I'm going to throw it to you. Thoughts on the first half, but we probably need to pivot to second half and second half bets now, right?
I mean, it's funny that Patrick Mahomes' numbers are so terrible, but I don't think he's playing that badly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, right.
I feel like this is more Tampa Bay's defense really clamping down in the middle of the field. If you are on the Chiefs, the one thing that I think is going to give you hope here is that we saw late in that second quarter, they finally started getting the ball to Travis Kelce over the middle, which is the key to their offense. And if they start doing that, they're eventually going to get something deep to Tyreek Hill or McCole Hardman. Right now, I am on next Chiefs touchdown to be McCole Hardman. It's a plus 875 on DraftKings.
Okay.
They've been looking at him, and I feel like the Chiefs or the Buccaneers have done a pretty good job so far of locking down Tyreek Hill. Like the only big play that Tyreek Hill has had so far was when he caught a short pass and made like 6 guys miss. The deep shots are going to McCole Hardman, so I'm on that, and I also like the second half over 27.5. You can currently get a better deal at DraftKings. No, it's actually FanDuel. You can get the better deal, minus 120 versus minus 124. But yeah, I like second half over 27.5. I think the Chiefs are eventually going to get going. The plays are there. Tyreek Hill dropped a touchdown. They've gotten unlucky. Their offensive line is struggling, and the second half, I guess, is a time when you can start patching things up. Andy Reid has no problems going to max protect and sending people deep. We've seen that with the Eagles. We've seen him do that with the Chiefs. I think that's what they're going to do in the second half. So that's how I would play the second half.
Second half, I like the second half over. Yanni, thoughts on that? I mean, I'm on the over already. I have those alt overs that might just die here on Sunday night in the Northeast, but thoughts second half over 27.5. I think I might put that up as one of the banners.
Yeah, first of all, don't give up on those alt overs just yet. I think we're going to see some points in the second half. I really do. I think if the Chiefs can get anything going, I think we're going to see some fireworks. So don't give up on those yet. I do like that second half bet, but actually what I put in was a third quarter over 12.5. I think really what you're looking at, Tampa Bay has been a killer third quarter team all season long. You're looking at them potentially getting another touchdown in the third quarter. Basically, all you need at that point is a Kansas City touchdown, or if you get a couple field goals in there. So I like third quarter over 12.5, as well as second half bet over. I think both of those potentially hit. They may seem a little square playing those second half overs, but I can't see the Chiefs being completely shut down. And I think Brady and Arians are going to keep their foot on the gas enough, knowing that Kansas City can score. I think those are going to come through. So I like both of those bets.
No, I honestly don't think that that's square at all. Honestly, I think that we're in a Super Bowl where it would shock me if this game soared under, that went that far under. I think that we're going to see points. We know that Andy Reid could adjust at halftime. We're going to bring in Coach. Tech's going to come in a couple minutes. Schmidt, we might bid you adieu in a couple minutes to make room, but I like the second half over bet. Coach, thoughts on Tampa? You had Tampa to win the NFC 5-1, Tampa 21-6. Your thoughts on the first half and any second half bets as well?
It's kind of playing out similar to what we thought, right? Kelsey's kind of bagged up by the linebackers, even though he's had some volume and catches. Tyreek's been bracketed the whole game. So, they're playing it well. They're doing exactly what they needed to do. Frankly, this could be 28-6. If they run Fournette or maybe pass a little bit on that goal line, this could be even worse, right? So loving what they're doing, pumped about it. As you know, I have them money line. Not a huge bet, but nice enough to cover all my other bets. Let's put it that way. I actually, I'm piggybacking on you a little bit in the second half, more for the total game. Actually, I'm taking Mahomes for 44.5 attempts over. He's going to have to sling it. That's just what it is. So, and he started completing it. They started moving the ball towards the latter part of that half. I think they've seen some things in, keeping a lot of guys short, stop with the deep looks for Tyreek. And that's just going to volume him up. So a really big fan of that. But hey, it's nice to be right once in a while. Right so far.
Hey, Hey, you definitely earned your spot on this halftime stream. You called the Bucks, and they have a Super Bowl lead. So,
Coach, you got to give
Both of
yourself
these
more
guys.
credit. You were right on the Bucks. You were right on Dogecoin. Like, I mean, come on, fluff yourself up a little bit.
That's it.
hey,
That's
just
it.
Although, before I sign off, I will make a bet here with Coach. I think Kelsey's going to hit his over.
I actually do too. He's the only one doing anything for him. So I would agree with you on that.
okay.
Hey,
Real
okay.
quick,
I
add
was
to
hoping
that
get a
there.
bet with you live on the air.
Real quick, add to that there. Kelsey's plus 110 anytime touchdown score second half. I think he's going to find the end zone in the second half. I think if there's anybody who's going to score in the second half, it's him. The other one is Leonard Fournette plus 300, 3-1. I think Ronald Jones blew his goal line opportunity.
did.
Oh yeah, he's not
Yeah.
getting another goal line carry.
You got to figure, yeah. So I mean, some good value there. I think at 3-1 with Leonard Fournette, especially if they have the lead and they get down there. So just a couple of other thoughts in addition to those second half and third quarter overs there.
Yep.
I like all
Yeah,
of that.
definitely.
I'm going to need to take a 2-minute break to bet all these second half bets. So I'm going to welcome in Tech Money, Schmidt and Coach. Please show up in the comments as soon as I kick you out right now. But thanks for coming to the halftime Wager Ager stream. We're going to get Tech Money. Tech, how about that bet that you had there, right?
Hey, I'm
So how about
so
that
excited.
win?
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm first of all, thank you so much for having me on Thursday. It's like I said, it's an honor and a privilege. I
Hell
think
yeah,
that
man.
helped-
Anytime.
So I think that helped with the good vibes. I think that's
Thank
what,
you.
that's why we won.
Absolutely.
So, but I'll tell you what, a lot of folks that obviously you could tell didn't watch our show or the video, as you know, retweeters were coming in and DMs are coming in, and you could easily tell the folks that didn't see that our segment, and that's okay. But it got me a little nervous. I just said, you know what, we've seen this happen. It's 27-4 since 1989. Well, now we're 28-4. But if you noticed, now I was able to watch it in a little slow motion mindset. That ball was going right into the end zone. If folks weren't familiar with the bet, they're probably like, oh God.
Oh, no. Like, yeah.
I could
Heart
just-
skipped a
Yeah,
couple
but
beats.
you're
It was
shallow.
like, yo, this thing's going to the end zone.
Right. But I could just see the way his body, it's like they were ready to rock it out of there. And I just started screaming so much at my house because so many people were tailing us. And it was just so much more important to me that people were able to tail and win some money for their families and everything. So anyways, I was screaming so much that I had to then go find my 5-year-old because I didn't know where she went to go hide. So I missed like the first place. So that was the exciting part of it. But again, thanks so much for having me on. I'm just excited. We won. So we got, remember, like I said, I selected 3 random winners to get $101. So whenever you're ready, I'll announce them.
Hell yeah, man. So we're only about halfway through halftime. I'm thinking that we talk about second half a little bit more
Let's
and then
do
we
it.
do it in 5 minutes or so. Everybody that's listening, well, probably not listening right now because I don't think we have audio, but watching right now, thanks for joining. Retweet it, like it, everything like that. And then we'll get the biggest audience in here for your announcement of who the 3 winners will be. It's what, $101 each?
Yes.
So, okay. So we have just a reset and to recap for the second half. We're going to do over 27.5. Like it. Over 12.5 third quarter. Love it. There were some other prop bets too that I also like as well. Kelsey, right? Second half for
Anytime
a touchdown.
score. Leonard Fournette 3-1. Anytime touchdown score. Some value there, I think.
That's not bad either. That's not bad. What do you think happens in the second half? Besides a lot of points right here, does Tampa Bay get this Super Bowl? Does Tampa Bay and does Tom Brady get his seventh Super Bowl right here? Let's go around the horn. We'll start with JJ.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh,
I just-
man.
Well, I just had
Man.
to find and bet that Fournette. I like that. I went a little small, but plus 300, and there's a 25% boost. So I'm all over that. I completely agree. I think, this is a Tom Brady game. However, they're in, they have to switch to this mode of to a degree playing keep away. And like you said, it's not a matter of necessarily being shy with their play calling, but they're going to take every advantage they can. You saw in the first half how they ran the ball successfully. They weren't afraid to run the ball at Kansas City, and it opened up a lot of things for Tom Brady. So I think that bodes very well. Fournette was running very hard. I think, that Brady gets him down there and Fournette finishing it off is a very distinct possibility that can happen. But in the grander scheme, we've seen Brady give up some games, but I think he has the right defense on him, and he can keep up in case that we know that Mahomes is going to raise a big comeback. So they have the right quarterback and they have a running game, and I like this defense.
Well said. Well said. I don't think I could have explained that better. Yanni, any other takeaways from this? You think that Tampa Bay takes this down?
It's their game to lose, obviously. I think that the Chiefs have proven they can come back, but I don't know. I mean, I think this is definitely Tampa's game to lose. I don't see Brady doing that. I think if they take care of the ball, they're going to have to score, I think, some more. I mean, I don't think they can just sit and go conservative. I think they still got to keep the foot on the gas, but I think they will. I don't know that Kansas City at this point is going to be able to overcome that. I just don't see it happening. And I got to say one other thing, and this is going to sound biased for my Bills game, but last week, 2 weeks ago in the AFC Championship game, the Bills receivers could not get open. And the reality of it is the Chiefs were playing them defensively the exact same way that they're playing Tampa Bay. The difference is Carl Cheffers and his crew have been very quick with the flag. So they're not allowing the tights, the turn, the grabs and all that. And I think that's really hurting Kansas City. I mean, obviously penalties have crushed them in this game, but I think they came in playing that aggressive style defense and, they got away with it 2 weeks ago. They're getting flagged for it this go around. And you heard Tony Romo on the broadcast talk about whatever statistic he threw out about when you get defensive penalties and what it results to in terms of scoring. And we're seeing it happen here. So that's the other part that's going to be interesting is can Kansas City play a little looser, but still be aggressive and get it done on defense? That's going to be a challenge for them. So I think it's Tampa's game to lose.
Tampa's game to lose. I'm with you. It makes you wish that I would have bet Tampa Bay money line. Anybody that got Tampa Bay plus 3.5, like we recommended on the podcast, and I think we recommended on the live stream also, like we were like, hey, if you can get Tampa 3.5 right now, do it. A lot of big money came in on Tampa yesterday, and there was a lot of good reason for that. Tech, thoughts on that? Is there anything else that you want to elaborate on? Tampa's game right here, right?
I think Yanni nailed it. Yeah, Tampa's game to lose.
Yeah. 100%.
And I might catch some heat for this, but I'm having flashbacks. So week 2, Chiefs versus Chargers, they barely pulled it off. And then the game, it was scary. And I think a lot of people forget that week because don't forget who the Chargers became this year with that crazy coaching staff and play calling. And they could never even justify or acknowledge what they're doing at post-game conferences. And it's just a mess. So it's funny. I'm just scared of week 2 Chiefs. So I hate to say it, but again, with that and with what Yanni said, I think it's Tampa's game to lose.
It's very hard to go back to back.
This game is eerily similar to that Chargers game, eerily similar the way that the first half played out. I mean, Kansas City looks almost identical in this game that they did in that game, and they found a way to win. Now, obviously, Anthony Lynn, the Chargers, a little different than Tom Brady and the Buccaneers here, but I think I think Tech's spot on though. I mean, very, very similar. Are they going to be able to kind of pull it out there? And thanks to Dutch for the shout out on the M&M's prop also there.
Hell yeah, man. Should we give ourselves, some pats on the back? We had that. We have over on the national anthem before it was even secretly recorded, right? Like it was like 16 seconds over what we had it at, 1 minute, 59 seconds. Tech hit his prop. We had some other props also. So great player prop live stream. I think it's probably time for the big moment for Tech to reveal, who the winners are. And then Tech, thank you for the prop. Obviously, thanks for coming on. It's been a great success, big success. A lot of people have been engaged past 24 hours, and hey, the bet won. So you've been kind enough to give some of your own hard-earned cash away, right? Your hard-earned cash.
Definitely. And before I get to that, just I do like, because I remember I think one of the props that we went over together was Kelce to have over 100 yards and a touchdown, if I recall.
Yeah,
yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I think that's going to happen. I actually think to stay in the game or even try, have to rely on Kelce. And I actually like I think I saw it over 105 yards, minus 118. I know it doesn't sound sexy, but I think it's doable. I think Kelce gets over 100, or I think he gets a touchdown. I think that's at plus 150 for folks that didn't take it. So I think that's a little variation there. But getting right to that contest. So these were the 3 random folks that won. Again, I'll DM you and we'll, get your Venmo and I'll reach out with you in the third quarter. But here they are. It's Jake 266728181, The second
That is
one,
a lot of numbers.
Yeah,
That is
a lot of
so many
numbers.
numbers.
I wrote it down, double checked it 3 times, so we're good to go. This
Jesus
game does
Christ.
exist. It's not Jake from State Farm, so that'll be a funny.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the second one is Will Stocks Trader, and the third one is Wins 991. So
Okay.
I'll be sending out a DM to all 3 of those folks before the game's over, as soon as possible, probably in the third quarter.
Very
Congrats.
nice.
Yeah,
Congrats to all of
Very
those.
generous, Tech.
Very
No, thank you.
generous.
Again, thank you so much for the opportunity. It's an honor and privilege working with the 3 of you, so thank you.
Anytime we'll do something similar again. I know it's depressing that we're not going to have football after the next 2 hours, hour and a half here, but there's plenty of sports. Tech's been killing NHL. Tech's been, doing his stuff with NCAA hoops. I'm sure JJ will pivot into MLB here. Spring training's around the
And
corner.
Tech.
So
Oh yeah,
Can't-
we were getting excited this morning talking a
Oh,
little
hell yeah,
Rangers
man.
baseball.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Rangers win total of all teams.
Yeah, of all teams. That's
Hell
what I
yeah.
mean. I have a new buddy to stay in touch with early on.
Yeah, definitely.
Fanfell says Stock Trader probably needs it after the GameStop disaster. Yeah. The stock
We
market
talked
is
about
something else
exit
right
strategy.
now. Yeah.
Did we talk about exit strategy last
We
week?
did.
Yes.
Like
Right?
prior to one of the podcasts, we definitely talked about exit strategy. Hopefully
Yeah.
they exited the situation. But yeah,
Oh,
MLB's
yes.
around the corner, and of course the Wager Rager golf team's been killing it. We had 2 runners up, and then we hit an outright today at 46-1. So Vostrain and his model have been killing it.
Yeah.
Hobie Cash or Hobie Money. We still got to figure out exactly what his name is in Dutch. Had a great podcast last week. So we're doing well, as Fanfella just said. Wager coin. Maybe at some point we'll have a wager coin, but definitely appreciate everybody coming on, contributing, commenting. JJ, Yanni, it's been a great season. I'm sure we'll have another podcast shortly about the off season and free agency, all these books, all the competition out there. There's so many bets on what to do in terms of who goes where. And maybe there's even a Carson Wentz bet, right? In terms of where he goes, because he's out of Philly, apparently. Tech, it seems like
Chicago.
Carson Wentz is Chicago.
Chicago for Nick Foles, baby.
You know what that just reminded me of? I hate to go back, but aren't we seeing a little bit of Andy from Philadelphia with those timeouts in the first?
Oh yeah.
We'll see if he turns into
Yeah.
Andy from KC in the second half. But this reminds me of a Philly Andy first half, like the team's favored. You're like, wow, you're down by 15. What's going on right now? Tech,
Yep.
we've seen that back about 20 years ago, 18, 20 years ago against, of all teams, Tampa Bay. They lost in the NFC Championship game. The Rams they lost to as an underdog. The Carolina one stings too. But we'll see what happens in the second half here. But again, everybody, appreciate it. Let's enjoy this last half of football with the football season here. So everybody, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take
All-
care.
Thanks, guys.
Alrighty. All right. We'll do